Texas in San Marcos. Welcome to Bobcat Stadium. The Beavers ready to kick it away first. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bobcats offense will go on the attack first. And here comes the sophomore running back. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. They'll try the counter. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
He'll run it again. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mack. Zings it complete to the right. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He might want another play. Throwing Mack. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Let's talk for just a minute about Texas State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, in the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Might have a chance. 20. He's at the touchdown, Texas State. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Durant. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Beavers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Austin Carlisle led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Unloads it left. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Beavers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. A strike downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
To the air on first down. Under fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Bounced right back to them. Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Watson. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Quarterback adapting. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. The Beavers send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Texas State takes the field, hoping to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes the grab. It's Pryor. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. And the Bobcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. Gives it on the option. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Mack got his man out of the backfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That would be good enough for a first down. The Bobcats have their offense in high gear.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Mack. Fires on the move. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
I wonder if the receiver heard footsteps on that play. Defender, very, very close, but you'd like to see your wide receiver haul that in.
Again, it's Mack. Another incompletion on third down. Really, guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. And down short of the first down marker. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Here's a heat. And they got it. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Shoots it to the left. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. The Beavers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. and Mack. Takes the easy one to the back. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
To the air. It's Mack. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. The Beavers using their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the numbers to his receiver where he can get those yards after the catch. Great timing, but more importantly, great job seeing what that defense was doing and getting rid of the football.
And the Bobcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Again, it's Mack. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll go play action with Matt. Finds his man. He's down right there, but he has plenty to pick up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Bobcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll move the tight end. Throwing Mack. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. That's the end of the quarter. Texas State has the lead here. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll try the left side. There's some room. Picks up the first down. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more... be more aggressive.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open.
Makes the grab in their space. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
We'll send the tight end in motion. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Bobcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Coming out with it, it's Banks. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
If they have any intention of getting this drive going, they better come up with something on 2nd and long from the 10. With the catch, it's Durant. Turning on the Jets. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant.
This defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
A handoff for Watson. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Coming to the line looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And the Beavers are threatening on 1st and goal. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And now, after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. They'll go to the air. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down, 4th down coming up. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Good, right down the boulevard. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Texas State sideline. There is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. And the Bobcats come to the line in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
Complete. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Unloads to the wideout. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Mack from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Bobcats look to keep this drive humming. Mack, under fire, trying to set up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Bobcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Mack. Hauls it in. And they're able to make the tackle. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is four-down territory. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Texas State. And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
And what a nice ball. You can see he sees him running the corner route, lays it out in front, catches the ball, and nice job catching the ball and then doing what? Getting upfield, not running out of bounds, not getting pushed out, not getting tackled. Nice job after the catch, getting vertical, getting to the end zone.
Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Fires on the move. And they can't make the connection on third down. The Beavers decide to punt it away.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Might be calling a hot route. Mack to throw for it on fourth. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He'll try to take it back. That can be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Finds his man. It's Butler. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. It's on target and complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Timeout is called, and that will be the second charge to Oregon State. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Beavers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down, using his legs to buy some time. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the second and short.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Bringing the heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on fourth down. On the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Now, what a great job by this defense. Never giving up, man. Gave up some yards, get inside their own 1 on fourth and goal. And what did they do a good job of? Getting pushed, man. The big boys getting in the backfield, getting penetration, not letting the hole even open up, and they get the big fourth down stop.
Good game there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. Sweet cut there. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He's in open space downfield. Got enough for the first. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. The Bobcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. As always, Holly keeping an eye on the injuries. What's the latest?
Checking in with Coach Chang. Their running back has been terrific, playing well so far in this game, but he is taking a lot of hits.
Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
I'm going to say this one's over, man. Start to get in the third quarter. Built this big of a deficit, every possession means so much, and you can't give them away, and they do. And they give it away with the fumble, and now they're going to really need this defense to bail them out, to make some plays, to force a turnover, maybe even score because they've built a good deficit.
Austin Mack. He's got him. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give out of the gun. Touchdown, Bobcats! And the beatdown has ensued.
And it started with their offense. They put them in a bye, man. They're already trailing, needed a good possession here in this 3rd quarter to cut into the lead. What do? They turn the football over, short side of the field. Their defense doesn't hold, and this game is getting out of hand.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Durant. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing, Mack. Looking to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket, and good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB, nowhere to go with the football.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a push on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. Grabbed behind the line. It's Durant. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. He's going to run it. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because...
Beck's going for the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touch! Texas State takes the field hoping to get this drive started. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And how about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush? He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
Across the 45. Snags it, and he's open. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the come to the line with a new set of downs. Mack finds his man. It's Mays. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Touchdown, Texas State. And the route is on. Third touchdown of the game, a third of his season total. He now has 9 on the year. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had, the defense. Well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
Hold and fire complete. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Beavers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback keep. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Pulls it in. It's Durant. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. We'll have a stoppage here as there is a Beaver down on the field. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down.
Ready, go!
Wants to throw it again, and why not? Working that left side now. Runs through a man, and he might have space. Touchdown, Oregon! They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21.
Here we go.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They'll go empty. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 15. Austin Mack. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, quarterback's lucky on that play because when you miss slant throws behind, if the defense is in zone coverage, there might be a defender standing right there willing to take that ball and return it for a touchdown.
Looking for a crease to the left. Maybe a crease. He's at the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bobcats. And the pummeling has started.
Yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He'll bring it out. It's Durant. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Turns it loose deep. Makes a grab on the right. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Makes the grab. They will score. The offense changing the play. Throwing Mack. Quickly to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Got his man. Open space at the 25. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Setting up the screen. Turning it on. Got some room headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Texas State! And the punishment has been extended. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And he tacks on the extra point. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Rushes on him. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Great place to start for this offense. They'll go play action with Mack. Dances away to buy time. Firing to the right, complete. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Mack. It's complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets...
Touchdown, Bobcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his 2nd sack of the day. Nice. A lot more passing situations coming with this team down big.
And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few 1st downs and make something positive happen.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses, and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better.
Touchdown, Texas State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Banks. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First play of the drive, wants to throw. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field of play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The Bobcats have it with a first and goal. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down. And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Stuffed, stopped,